I'm back with another YouTube, and I want to finish the Get to Know Me part one. I'm going to answer the rest of the questions that I created. And just to let you all know, it's a Saturday morning. I'm feeling amazing. It's about 8 in the morning here in Seattle, and I got some music playing in the background, and I'm not going to make it loud because I don't want to get copyrighted. And I told you guys that I would come on here every time and say what I'm grateful for because that's what I love to do. So, in this moment, I'm grateful for um, the direction that my life's going. And what I mean by that is, I feel like I am stepping into a new um, a new time in my life where it's unknown, it's happy, it's exciting. I have so much to look forward to, and I'm just happy for feeling like that one, and then also that that's the direction that my life's going. So let's go ahead and start. So I hope you guys, you know, try that every day. Practice gratitude because when you start to do that, you start to feel it. You start to feel grateful for everything that you have in this life, because tomorrow's not promised, um, and it's important to practice food every single day, just to show that you are, honestly, to me, honestly, to show me that to show that you're human. So yeah. So I got my phone and I got the list. So I wanted to restart with my name. If you don't know, my name is Tina. And for all of you, um, my full name is Latina. Latina. And I go by Latina. Um, and I stopped going by Latina in college. So right when I started college, I said, you know what? I am changing or shortening my name to Tina. And that was because I have had so many people mispronounce Latina, like calling me Latina or Latricia, Lasha, anything that sounds black. They'll fuck it up and say something other than Latina that is, a different name that's close to Latina. So I got tired of explaining to people like I that's not my name. Um, so I just said, you know what, to make things easier on people, I'm just gonna call myself Tina. I'm just gonna have a nickname. Um, okay, so this says, who are you as a person? And I like that question because I feel like I'm a lot of things. And one of the things that I'm feeling like right now, I feel like I'm a healer. And I'm sure that's not where you were expecting this to go. Um, I have lived quite a crazy life. Not crazy, I would say I've lived quite an interesting life. Um, so I would say that um, I went through some things that led me to focus on healing, healing people, and I do it in ways that uh, are really unintentional. It's not like I, it's not like I set out to be a healer. It's just that that's who I am, and that's what I wanted to share with all. And I forgot to mention that I'm still on the reason if this is your first video you're seeing of me, I have two more, and I wanted to create content to show that Black people can live their life authentically, happily, joyfully, um, with no restrictions. So that's what the journey of my YouTube page is about. And I don't care about how many views I get, who sees it. I just want anybody who sees it to feel inspired by just me living my day to day life. And I'm showing you guys the real, the raw. I'm not sugarcoating anything. And I just want to be authentic. And yeah, and also I've been feeling like videos on the weekend. I get actually really excited to film videos. So yeah, this one is going up today, and I'm excited for you guys to hear these questions. So, so what do you do for a living? I like this one. Okay, so I'm a teacher. That's my job. I'm a high school teacher, and I teach at a private Catholic school. Um, and I say that because that's not, if you think of a teacher, you don't think instantly like that. So yeah, I'm a high school teacher by day. Um, and then I also recently just got a yoga instructor permit. No, I got certified to be a yoga instructor. So that was over the summer, this past summer 2023. And what I've been doing lately is just practicing it. I'm not practicing it in any studios, and I'm not teaching people in studios. What I'm doing is I'm doing it for my friends, and I'm doing it for my coworkers. And next year, so I teach U.S. history. I forgot to say that. And then also, if you know what AVID is, it's a college program that prepares students for college. So I teach that. Um, but next year, I want to teach yoga at my school. Now that I'm certified in it, I could like kind of dip into the PE department and have one class of yoga and then teach whatever history classes I'll be getting next year, and then also AVID. So that's what I do. Um, I love it. This is my 6th year so far, and it feels like time is just flying by. So I've been a teacher. I went through COVID with the students. That was extremely hard. And I do, um, I do intend on teaching more years. But right now, I feel like it's kind of hard for me, um, just because like I'm not experiencing burnout, but I'm just experiencing a feeling that I could be teaching in a different way. So that's what how I'm feeling about that. Okay, next question. I hope I answered all of that part. Uh, what do you enjoy about living in Seattle? Okay, that's a great question. And my dog, she's right here, and she's literally throwing her ball at me just so I can play with her. Because she loves when I'm not focusing on her, and she knows when I'm like talking on a computer that it's her time to cut up. So that's what she's doing. So if you hear like a bounce, 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 that's my dog. She's wilding right now. Caroline. Her name's Caroline, and she's the cutest puppy ever. And I wish I could show you her, but oh my gosh, she's throwing the ball at me. Anyways, okay, so it's no coincidence that next month, February, marks a year of me being in Seattle. Um, I moved to Seattle last February, and since then, I really have the acceleration of living my life and living with joy has accelerated since I've moved to Seattle. Like, I've met the most incredible people, and if you're watching, you know who you are, and I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Um, all of the people I've met in Seattle recently, like, they are gems. I used to live, so I've been in Seattle a year, but I've been in Washington State for the last 17 years. Oh my gosh, that's a long time. I'm originally from California, and I moved up here in 2007. So I used to live in Linwood, if you know where that's at. But that was as soon as I moved out of my dad's house, I moved to Linwood, and then my roommate and I, who is my best friend, we moved to Mountain Lake Terrace, and then at the beginning of last year, we ended up splitting ways, and I lived with my roommate for 5 years, and last year we ended up splitting ways. She moved to Houston and I moved to Seattle. And I have been, oh my gosh, I've been the happiest I've ever been just living in a city, first of all, and having so many things around me. Um, my place is positioned in between two beautiful parks. And one thing about me is I love nature. So having that opportunity to just go and like immerse yourself in nature. So um, one park is like, oh my gosh, this beautiful view of Seattle, and it's more calm. It's more, it has more trees and everything. It's got like a little duck pond. They have like concerts there in the summer. And then the other park is more a lot of people. It's more like in the middle of the city, and it's just a different energy. Let's just say I like the energy over there, but the energy at the other park is like you could really go there, listen to your thoughts, and it's like escaping while you're in the city. So that's one thing that I like about Seattle. And then the other thing is like there's always something going on every single day. Um, so I like there's no shortage of like anything. Like where I live, it's where pretty much everybody comes to party. So yeah, I'm in a good spot and I don't plan on leaving it anytime soon. I think I answered that. Okay, how long have you been in Washington? I've been in Washington State for 17 years. Okay, where did you go to college? I went to undergrad. I only have my bachelor's degree in teaching, but I went to a college in the middle of the state, and it's called Central Washington University. And whew, that that was a really good experience. I met some of, again, I met some really amazing people. Unfortunately, we're not really close anymore, but we used to go like take vac or like a we used to go to a cabin when we were, you know, after we all graduated. But everybody's like all over the place now, and it's just hard to like get everybody back together, like in different states and different locations in the state in this state. So it's really hard, and I miss them. If any of you guys ever find my videos, these YouTube videos, I miss you guys, and I hope that we can see each other soon because you guys were a really happy part of my life, and I cherish you guys, and I miss y'all. So, yeah. What do you do for fun? I love going walking around here. I love or spending time with my friends because all of like I'll just hit up a friend during the week and I'll say, hey, let's go get something or let can we see each other? So seeing friends, I like to lately I like to go skating, um, like roller skating. Um, I love to listen to music. I like to cook. Um, Soon I'm gonna get back into the hobby of making jewelry because that always like calmed me down, and it was a mindful activity, like just to slow down, and you gotta focus on something. And every time I would make bead or jewelry, um, and I make bracelets, it would just be so beautiful. And the reason I stopped, I haven't made bracelets in over a year, and I've been making them like as an adult for about 5 years now. But I decided to be nice and to bring them into my classroom to let my students make bracelets. And I brought in like 4 or 5 tubs of beads, and this is painful even talking about it. But a student decided to dump all the beads on the floor. So that ruined it for me. And I want to like release myself from that anger that I had towards like the situation and get back into it because making jewelry really brought me peace, to be honest. What is my star sign? I'm a Taurus. If any of you guys are Tauruses or know of any Tauruses, you know that we are dope as people. So if you align with that, yay. If you don't, that's okay. We don't all have to be a Taurus. Okay? Who's in your family? This is good because I have an interesting family tree. So first and foremost, I was adopted, and I will share the reason why at a later time. I just feel like that's something that I should spend time on because I don't want anybody to um, I don't know. I just want to make sure that I explain that in the best way possible. Um, but currently in my family, I have my dad, who lives 40 minutes away. I have my sister, and she lives in Washington too. And then I have my older brother, um, who lives in where the heck does my brother live? Pasadena. Okay. So very small family. And yeah, that's who's in my immediate family. So that, and then best thing that has happened this month. The best thing that has happened this month is honestly me starting YouTube because I kept telling people I'm gonna start it by the end of January, and it was just me holding me back. So um, I'm glad I finally did, and I'm glad you guys finally get to see me. And I didn't have the fear of being seen. I didn't want my videos to be like, not perfect. And right now you can see that, the video quality is not that good. And I still don't currently have a camera. So I just didn't want it to be like rustic, okay? But actually, you know what? For right now, I like the rustic, okay? Favorite color? My favorite color is pink. If you could see, I don't know if this camera allows it, but my fingers are pink. I like all different shades of pink, but I would say my favorite is like kind of the color of my fingernails. And then what to expect in the next video. So, um, to reach more people, I'm gonna start naming my videos the Seattle Diaries or Seattle Diaries because I currently have been like looking at YouTube to find like different Seattleites of color, and mainly black women. Um, and I found some, but they either haven't posted in a long time, or they don't really look exactly like. I want people to look like me. I hope that's not like weird, but I want to see women in Seattle who look like me on YouTube. So maybe I'm not for somebody in Seattle who looks like me, who likes to watch me. Um, but yeah, that's yeah. So I'm gonna to reach more people. I'm gonna start to do the Seattle Diaries, and I'm gonna try to be more out. I know it's gonna be a challenge for me because I don't like people looking at me already. Like I get like a fit, or I guess actually I don't get really angry anymore, but like I would get hella paranoid when people stared at me for no reason. I think that's a California thing, to be honest. Um, but I'm trying to release that. But I'm gonna try to film while I'm out in Seattle, so you guys get to see me out in public. Um, but yeah, so that's what to expect in the next video. And if you tell me, or why don't you guys in the comments, if you're watching and if you are a supporter, why don't you leave in the comment what you're grateful for after watching this video. Okay, thank you guys, and you'll see another video next weekend. I don't know if it's going to be a Sunday upload or if it's going to be a Saturday, but until then, I hope you guys are living your best lives and that you have something happy happening for you today. So, toodles!